Hello friends! I am here today to do another video. Okay, so the first order of business is this. That was the board from my medley video, in case you were wondering. That last move was a checkmate. Okay, so next, we're going to talk more about the book and more about me. One thing about me as a person I think that's worth noting is that I am not offended by things that I do not agree with. I am not easily offended. And if I am offended, I do not take it personally. And on the off chance that I might take it personally, even for a second, for a little bit, I do not hold that with me for very long. I am good, but not great, I think, at a lot of things. Like, for instance, I did my own gel nail polish, and I feel like if you don't know anything about nails or if you don't get too close to me, they're good, and you'd be impressed. But if you were like a nail tech, you'd be like, girl, let me show you real light work one day. No. And I also do like accents, and if you're not from the country in question, I think you'll think it's like really, really good. So leading into that, I am not a perfectionist, and I think it shows a lot. Sometimes, especially in my work, it's just like thrown out there like Jackson Pollock style. And sometimes I look back on something that I've written, particularly in the moment, like when the spirit moved me, and I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Sometimes it doesn't even make any sense to me. Sometimes it's not even spelled correctly. I apologize for that in advance. It's really, consider me like Basquiat. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, just like throwing it out there, and it's words. Okay. And another thing about that is I will be proofreading my own book. Because that's just what you do when you're a lone star, right? So I am trying to make sure that there are no typos and that the words are all spelled correctly and everything's in the right place. I think, use commas very creatively, more creatively than scholastically. Please forgive me in advance for that. I am doing my best. I am not a flawless person. None of us are, but I do believe that I could be perfect to the right person who knew how to love me unconditionally. Isn't that sweet? Sorry. My grandmother loved me this way, and it was really great. The only problem was I didn't take her opinion to heart because I felt like she was biased. I was like, I think everything I do is perfect. So there is some sort of catch-22 there, even in perfection and beauty here. Another thing about me not being a perfectionist is please do not believe anything that you see from me or hear from me blindly. I hope that when I say something to you, you're like, I knew that. Or I always felt that way, but I never thought about it. Or I never even stopped to think about it, but if I did, I would have thought like that. I hope that that's kind of the feeling that you have. If I am like awakening something into you, that's great, but I hope that it is coming from your own heart. The calls have to be coming from inside the house in order for it to make sense to you anyway. So I hope that that is the kind of impact that I have on people. Next, what are some major themes in the book? I think one of the most major themes in the book is something you can see on this page right here, is me using my voice and then people retaliating against me for it. One of the major themes in the book is people retaliating for me physically for things that I have said. Like, I think as in a civilized society, we're supposed to have the person with the most sharp wit and intellect is the winner, right? Because you can't use fisticuffs, you can't go to a lower level, so the person with the smartest mouth wins, right? Not so much in the Valley of the Shadow of Death, as you will learn in the book. And let's see. Oh, another thing, a theme, is that I've been observing this entire place from the spirit realm. I am genuinely a spiritual being having a human experience. I used to think I was out of it. And I guess I was, but I was just in another dimension, observing it all. And I feel like sometimes I might come across as if I am looking down or talking down or something down on someone. And if that is the case, just know I am not doing that as like an aristocrat or an elitist or anything. I'm doing it more like a guardian angel, or no matter what it seems like at the time, or at the very least, a very observant butterfly. Do you know, in my heart, the character from the Christian Bible that I relate to the most is the North Star in the sky on the night that the Savior was born. For me, that's light work. All right, that's enough for today. Oh my gosh, almost 5 minutes. Ridiculous. Okay, thanks, bye.